If you want to add spiced apple flavor to any recipe, this is a quick and easy method for apple pie filling. The glazed fruit is ready in just 30 minutes. For the best flavor balance, I like to use 2 types of apples for the filling. Granny Smith apples keep their structure when cooked and have a pleasant, tart taste. However, they're not very juicy. Therefore, I like to also add Honeycrisp apples for a burst of sweetness and balanced acid flavor. They hold their texture well when heated. Other types of apples you can use are Fuji, Braeburn, or Golden Delicious. Just avoid Red Delicious because they get really mealy. For this recipe, you'll need 3 pounds of apples. Peel the apples, remove the core, then slice them into 1/2 inch thick pieces. If you're not going to be using them right away, make sure to submerge them in cold water after cutting them to prevent them from browning. This should yield about 9 cups of sliced apples for the recipe. The citrus zest is going to add so much more flavor to the filling. Heat a large skillet over medium heat. Melt a 1/4 cup of unsalted butter, a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, a 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar, 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon ground nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon ground cloves, 1/8 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1/4 teaspoon lemon zest, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Saute until the apples are tender but not overly soft and most of the moisture is released, about 8 to 10 minutes. If you have smaller diced apples, this will take about 5 to 7 minutes. Don't heat the apples over 185 degrees or they'll become super mushy. There are benefits to pre-cooking the apples for apple pie filling. Apples are about 80% moisture, which is released into the pan when it's cooking. Cooking in a skillet concentrates those flavors so you get a more intense apple taste, as well as reduces the volume before you bake the apples so that you don't get those big gaps in between the crust. This will give a more dense apple pie. If adding to the pie, you want to stop cooking the apples when it reaches about 160 degrees. This temperature helps the pectin in the cell walls become more stable so that it holds its structure when it's baking. If you're using this as a topping, you can cook it a little bit longer so it's softer to just about 185 degrees. Any longer and the enzymes that hold the pectin together is going to inactivate, creating a really mushy and mealy texture. To thicken the filling, we're going to make a cornstarch slurry. Add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to a 1/4 cup of water. Stir to combine. Make sure there are no lumps. Add the cornstarch slurry to the apples. Cook until a glossy glaze forms, about 1 minute. Turn off the heat and add a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Wow, I wish you were here. My kitchen smells like Christmas. This looks so good and only took less than 10 minutes to make on the stovetop. How easy is that? Now you can serve this warm with a bowl of ice cream on top of some oatmeal, or cool it down and save it for your next apple pie. This recipe makes 5 cups or 2 pounds of filling, perfect for 1 apple pie. It could replace 40 ounces of canned filling. The filling stores well in the refrigerator for up to 7 days or in the freezer for 3 months. When autumn hits, it's all about apple desserts. Here are some fun and delicious ways to use apple pie filling. Use it as a quick and easy shortcut for apple pie, or if you prefer, an apple crisp or apple crumble. If you haven't tried Dutch apple pie yet, it's amazing. For breakfast, add it to some overnight oats, a hot bowl of oatmeal, a fall-inspired yogurt parfait, or for my favorite snack, chia pudding. For breakfast or brunch, we like to add them to some pumpkin waffles, yum, or on top of a stack of pancakes. Or get fancy and impress your guests with some apple turnovers. What's your favorite way to use the filling? Let me know in the comment section below. Now that you know how to make a delicious and easy apple pie filling, what dessert will you make? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to make a classic apple pie recipe, make sure to check out my video. See you there!